what is the technical difference between the lillah and the sadaqah? Now, I think this is very important to clarify. Let me explain first that there is no technical difference between them. Because lillah means for Allah. Zakat is for Allah. Voluntary charity is for Allah. Any assistance you give anybody else should be for Allah as well. So essentially it's just saying that this is for Allah, right? This is not something I'm doing to buy something for myself, right? Meaning some worldly possession. This is for reward. So it's Allah, lillah. Sadaqah just means a charity, some assistance you give to others, bara'ah, tabarru', which means that you are voluntarily giving something to someone to assist and help them. That's literally what that means. So when you say that sadaqah doesn't have to be voluntary. That sadaqah nafila is voluntary. So sadaqah is of two types: sadaqah wajiba and nafila. Sadaqah wajiba is like zakat, or an oath, or a vow, or something like that, which you have to give. But at the end of the day, sadaqah itself is just assisting somebody else. In zakat, you assist somebody else. So zakat is also a sadaqah, right? Now, what socially we've done with this is that zakat is zakat. Everybody knows what zakat is. That's the 1/40th of your wealth, 2.5% of your wealth. Lillah, generally people take that as money for the masjid, for the running of the masjid or building of a masjid. Lillah, right? And sadaqah is where the vagueness comes about, right? That's why I am encouraging as many masjids as possible that you should only have 2 boxes, not 3, because sadaqah is very, very confusing. Some people take sadaqah because sadaqah can be wajib or fard or nafil. Sadaqah wajibah is, for example, if I vowed that if this work of mine happens, then I'm going to give £10 in the path of Allah. That's sadaqah wajibah. That has to go to the poor, right? I'm going to give the poor. That has to go to the poor. Now, if I put that in the sadaqah box, and the person who is collecting the money from there thinks sadaqah is nafila, that all this sadaqah is just optional sadaqah, which means lillah, in other words, they're going to put those two together. That's why it gets confusing. That's why what I would say is you should have 2 boxes saying zakat and sadaqah wajibah. Zakat and wajib sadaqah, right, which has to go to the poor. And the other box is lillah and sadaqah nafila, voluntary charity. So that's very clear, and that's why people should just have 2. This 3 is very confusing and very wrong, because that sadaqah, there could be some wajib sadaqah in there which they just add to lillah. That's why I would even encourage everybody that if you even do confront these 3 boxes or these 3 possibilities and you have to give wajib sadaqah, don't put it in the sadaqah, put it in the zakat box, because then it's going to go to the poor. And if it's for anything else, like you want to give sadaqah because you just want barakah in your life, or something good happened but you didn't vow and you just want to give, you can give it in the normal sadaqah or lillah box. That's basically what this is all about. So hopefully people will take this into consideration and change the way they set this up. And jazakumullah khairan.